A friend of mine on social media wrote something. It's a very curious question. She asked, if you were given $100,000 and you could only buy one thing, what would you buy? What would you buy? When I saw that question, I didn't even think twice. The only thing that came to my head was I would use that money to buy freedom. Freedom. Does that make sense to you? You know, I I saw a lot of response on that day. Car, house, you know, a lot. But I said I was going to buy freedom. Does it make sense to you? Let's talk about it. Why didn't I choose a house, a car, a business like everyone, every other person wrote on the comment section? For our perspectives are different. Yeah, you get, and I respect everyone for that. So, from my own perspective, I'm like, what's the benefit of having all of this if you are still kind of trapped? That is how Nigeria has been lately. I'm not trying to sell Nigeria short in any form, but I'm a very realistic person. I want to believe majority of us too we are realistic. Our reality in Nigeria, we feel trapped. None of us is rest assured that okay, I want to travel and I'm safe. That is the angle I'm coming from. For like about 10 years now, Nigeria has been facing some insecurity. So if you drive a car and you're the type who travels, you own a house, like majority of us, there's no land in the city anymore. So if you own a house in the city, yeah, good for you. But if you decide that okay, you want to buy a house with 138 million naira, because that is the equivalent of that $100,000 according to the exchange rate today. If you buy a house, we all hear how much they sell and the likes of Lekki, Aja, and all of that. How do you even think of maintaining it? If you now say you should split that money into business, between a business, a car, and a house, let's talk about it. What is your guarantee that that business is going to do well in a country whereby there's high fluctuation of prices? Our economy, yeah, meh, is not really doing well. So at that point in time, that amount that looks among us, what is the value that it will bring to you as an individual in a country like Nigeria? Mind you, I'm talking from a Nigerian perspective. That is what I mean. I'm thinking economic, I'm thinking insecurity. If you buy a house, a car, or start a business, you're not even sure of how your business is going to perform based on the reality of Nigeria economics. So, what does freedom actually mean? To all of us, freedom could mean different things. To me, freedom could mean stability, personal stability, economic stability, you know. Also, for me, it could mean security. Freedom could also mean ability to travel around, not stagnant in one place because of your nationality. For me, freedom could mean better opportunities. For me, freedom could mean better environmental system. I mean, There is a system that is working for you as an individual, as a citizen in a country. For me, it could be a higher quality of life. Yes, quality of life, whereby you're not thinking about your economics, your financials before you can enjoy the basics of life, such as healthcare, electricity, security. Mm, that is what freedom means to me. And I want to be sure it means the same thing to you. But if you're in a environment like Nigeria, whereby you don't have access to all of these things, if you are given 100,000, what will you do? What will you buy? Hmm? No. Earlier, I mentioned about the what freedom means: ability to travel around. Yeah, it is what it is. We didn't choose where we are to be born. But for some of us, for majority of us, we've been restricted because of where we are born, whereby our the strength of our passport has limited us from global mobility. What is the essence of being alive? You working, at the end of the day, you don't get to explore that life. You know, when you buy freedom, one of the things you can get for yourself is visa access. For someone like me, that is something I crave so much for. Another thing is job opportunities. I'm sure majority of us will speak about this kind of a thing online, whereby at your workplace, the people who have had the privilege to travel outside the country, to study outside the country, are more respected, more given, given more opportunities than those of us who studied and are resident here in Nigeria, right? That is a freedom. On a more deeper note, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the Nigerian experience. I'm in Nigeria. Look how we live in now. Look how we live in now. Yeah. Let's talk about it. This is not, like I said earlier, this is not to water Nigeria down. Let's discuss about our realities. Let us talk about our realities. Number one, let's talk about the power supply, electricity, the one we all call NEPA. I'll say let us keep our mediocrity aside, our sentiments aside. Does it make sense to us that in a country like Nigeria, in this 2026, a few days ago, we celebrated Democracy Day, but we are still struggling to enjoy basic amenities such as electricity? I mean, while we were growing up in social studies, we were told there are three needs, or should I say three human needs: food, shelter, and clothing. Electricity is one of the things that come with shelter. Should a country like Nigeria that has everything, even the foreigners are jealous of what Nigeria has. Should a country like Nigeria in 2026 still be suffering from electricity? Whereby I get to close from work. On my way home, I'm thinking already, are we going to have electricity at home? How many liters of fuel will I buy today? And we all know how much fuel costs: over 1,700 per liter, 1,750. Some places 1,800 before we can utilize electricity. At a point now, we, the citizens, are the ones sourcing for alternate source of electricity: solar. And look at this. Even the government are beginning to look for how to charge us for using solar. Is that freedom? We Nigerians, we are very, 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 very resilient, which is good. But let me tell you this: resiliency shouldn't be a requirement for basic living. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. So let's talk about why do many young Nigerians want to live? Why do you want to live? Why do you want to live? Drop it in the comment section. I want to know. For many people like you and I, want to have peace of mind. Peace of mind. We want a situation whereby we can predict the system that is being designed for the country. We don't want to wake up one day to uncertainties because of one policy is backlashing the other. No. You find out in this country, you find out that one ministry is making a policy, another ministry is making another policy that is countering the other one. We don't want that kind of system. Likewise, some of us want to live for dignity, whereby for a lot of us, we believe we've been brought up with this. For many of us, we've been brought up with this notion of there is dignity in labor. There is dignity in labor. That is the kind of reason we want to move outside the country, so that we can go and work with our hands, with our head, with our mind, and then a very, very good living. That dignity whereby we don't have to start thinking of joining politics in order to earn a living, in order to be corrupt, right? We want to have that dignity. Another thing I can think of is opportunities. Like I said earlier, in our corporate organizations, they believe those that are outside the country are far better than those of us that are resident in here, that studied in Nigeria. That is one of the reasons some people want to leave, that okay, let them go and get an education outside the country so that when they come back, they get better opportunities. And for some people, planning for the future. When we speak about future, it doesn't have to be about us alone. Our families, children, siblings, wife, plan for their future and escape a country whereby you are not certain of what tomorrow will be. Most people aren't running away from Nigeria. That's the misconception that majority of us get. They're not running away from Nigeria. But I want you to see it this way. Anyone who is leaving Nigeria, they are running towards a better life. Towards a better life. If you're outside Nigeria and you are kind of watching this video, let me ask you, does living in Nigeria automatically change your life? Did they change your lifestyle? Did they change anything for you? Please, I'm willing to learn from you. Drop it in the comment section. I want to learn from you. Did anything change for you? What is your experience like? Would you tell a friend or a family to come over to wherever you are? There's one guy, Omo Kana. I see him on TikTok. This guy is always giving people the reason to come to Canada. How life has been better for him. And how he's been able to manage his resources, his funds to better his life over there in Canada. These are some people that have good life over there, who have achieved that freedom that some of us are craving for in Nigeria. Having said all of this, I think the bigger question is, what do we as individuals, what do we really want? What do we really want? You know, for most people, they say they want money, they want cars, they want expensive houses. Yes, on the surface, that is what they want. But I feel what everyone, or what those people, what they really want is peace, dignity, opportunity, and freedom of choice. Because if you have these four things I mentioned last, you have money, you have cars, you even have the kind of houses you want. You won't have to struggle to get these things. So when I said I would buy freedom with that $100,000, maybe what I was trying to really buy was a better chance at living. Yes, a better chance at living. Because what is the essence of you looking for money if you're not able to enjoy it? And that is actually what I mean by better chance at living. So if you were given $100,000 and you could only buy one thing, just one, in one word, what would you buy? And more importantly, whatever your answer is, what does it say about the kind of life you are living presently? Let me know in the comment section. And if you've watched this video to the end, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm honored. Let me give a shout out to my very first subscriber. I was overjoyed when I saw that notification that someone has subscribed. So my first subscriber is The Artists Unlocked. That is the name of this individual. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm honored. Thank you. And if you want me to mention your name as well, please hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video.